Okay, I'm back to whatever this is, and welcome back to whatever this is. So last video, we kind of went through this sucker, the Nikon AF600. You know, I don't want to give up. I believe in you, Nikon AF600, that you can do better. Or I can do better, I mean. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's me. I mean, how many people have heard that line? So, we're going to try again. I'm going to take this out. We're changing a couple things to hopefully guarantee success, other than me being more careful, of course. Biggest thing will be new film. We got some black and white ISO 640 Rolly Ball und Reinhold, if you want to say it correctly. And we got some Fuji Pro 100H. I think using this might be cheating. Black and white often performs better under various circumstances and has a sharper quality to it. So I think that's decided. We'll compare color with color. We've got proper non-expired film here. Let's see how it goes. Apparently I haven't opened up a 35mm box before. That was embarrassing. And apparently I didn't mute any of my phone notifications, so I hope you enjoy those. Locked and loaded. So, our adventure begins. All right. Finally, we got some good weather. And it's part of my second chance for the Nikon AF600. I am now about halfway through the roll. Definitely trying things a little different, slowing things down, which I guess, I mean, for a point and shoot, shouldn't be necessary, but that seems to be the case so far. We'll find out how the pictures go. But anyways, we finally have some sunlight, get some shadows. Probably once again not a really completely fair test because, you know, shooting it before in poor lighting and now better lighting, as well as, you know, objects here that I'm taking photos of are further away from the camera, so more likely to be in focus and sharp, at least just out of sheer, you know, brute force with, like, presumably the f8 or whatever that's happening in this bright light. So really should make a drinking game out of these they're just gonna keep coming here. Anyways, so I'm gonna keep shooting, finish the roll, get it developed. Sweet irony, today, Fuji has announced that they're going to discontinue making the Pro 400H, which is what, of course, I'm shooting right now. So go get your rolls and hold on to them and call them my precious, or whatever you do with things that are rare and, you know, unique. Anyways, back later. So just random questions for all you guys out there in YouTube land. Do you actually like seeing people pretend or actually take a picture when they're out in the street? Like, I mean, look at this. Is that really amazing or what? Like, I don't know. Just so good. Let me know. Hey, this is my territory. We're gonna have to fight? Nervous laughter. Okay, we have now put a second roll through the Nikon AF600 because everybody deserves a second chance, including me, but mostly this camera. The reputation of this camera is that it's essentially the perfect point and shoot. At least it turns on easy. You can turn off the flash easy, and you can put it on infinity focus easy, and just point and take your photo. So really, this should be the world's easiest point and shoot camera, or near that. But, you know, I'm not really happy with the results again. This should be kind of idiot-proof. But perhaps, speaking of idiots, perhaps I am expecting too much. Am I expecting too much of 35mm versus medium format? I don't think so, but possibly. Or am I expecting too much from a camera that is essentially the equivalent of an iPhone from 2007? So, I will let you guys be the judge. I'm not happy, but maybe, once again, I'm expecting too much. But we will switch here to the iPad and look at some of the results. I will say you're going to see two versions of every photo. I used two different scanning software. I used Epson Scan 2 as well as I used Silverfast 8. So regardless of how these look, you at least get an idea of what these programs can do. Default settings for both, with the exception of Silverfast 8, I used the 400H profile. Both have added some dust and scratch removal from them. So let's take a look and see what we can kind of come up with. So first shot here, super contrasty situation, daylight. Everything kind of looks muddy to me. There's not really any sharpness. Did autofocus fail? I don't know. That's kind of what it looks like. But normally you can kind of see what it's focusing on, and maybe it's, I don't know. Even the bottom there just looks kind of weird. So this is what it looks like if you put the 400H profile in from Silverfast. I don't know if you guys like this or not. To me, this one looks a little bit weird in digital, but I think partly that's because of that mushiness, that lack of detail. I use the same program for scanning my 6x6 film, and I don't think I really had it look terrible. So this is maybe just, you know, adding crap to crap in this case. This same snapshot taken in indirect light. This time it looks like the autofocus worked. I mean, it's not completely sharp. It's just lightly fuzzy, I guess. But for a point and shoot in that situation, I would be okay with this if it was like just like a phone snap or something. So I'm okay with it here. Same thing now with that 400H processing profile. This shot here is, I thought I would show the differences between infinity focus and its regular autofocus program. Again, this feels like it's lacking refinement. I don't really know what it focused on per se. Just kind of muddy and weird, but it is what it is. And then there's the 400H profile, and this is with it locked at infinity. I was kind of hoping it would be sort of an f8 and B there type quality to it, where it is got everything in focus, but really it is looking pretty much kind of the same. It's a little bit sharper, maybe slightly, but not by enough to show that there's a real benefit in doing that infinity focus. Again, the shot here isn't bad. It kind of reminds me of, you know, snapshot from my phone, or like an older phone anyways. It's good enough to do the job, but again, not really feeling refined. Clearly there's some sharpening that's going on with the 400H profile. It does look slightly sharper, but not great. This is infinity focus, kind of for those street photography enthusiasts out there. I thought I would just use that and see if I could get these people sharp. Didn't work. Boring. Thank you, next. Then, of course, I get this nice little problem where it looks like the shutter has decided to start malfunctioning. I think this is because this is a particularly cold day for this photo specifically. I didn't have any problems before with it, so. But ignoring the big shade at the top, we really have no detail in both the cracked paint and on the textured cement wall. I've seen 35mm photos with good detail, so I can only blame the camera on this one. Looks a little bit weird with that 400H profile. This one seems to be actually okay, even though I took this in lower light intentionally to see what kind of different metering choice it would make. It's not great, but once again, good enough for a snapshot. I'm just going to skip by the other one because it looked ugly. Another infinity focus photo here. again, we're okay. The distance kind of makes some of the edges okay, but not really great. And once again, there it is with the profile. So overall, I don't think this is a winner for me. It should be though. I mean, once again, if we're talking just about the handling, it handles really well. Again, that's a really fast on-off, and you know, in my opinion, and then it is just so straightforward that this should be really good for just taking those quick snaps. It's small, fits in your pocket, but yeah, my results aren't there. So if you want to try this camera, I will hold it on for a little bit, and if you message me, I will happily lend out or sell this camera depending on who you are. If you think I have screwed up, I am also interested in the details. Comment below, tell me what I did wrong, and I will definitely try it out, and if I get better results, I will post that here. But otherwise, for such a nifty little point and shoot, I'm pretty disappointed in the results. So, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.